So there's a big development in the Gyanvapi case in Varanasi. ASI survey that was done of the contested site in the mosque is to be made public. My colleague Alok Pandey joins us with more details on this. Alok, there was a lot of discussion on whether the ASI survey should be made public or not, and finally the green signal has been given today. Tell us what do we know about this case now?
Well, I think this is an interesting development in the entire Gyanvapi saga, and pardon me for calling it that, but it's gone on for so long and there are so many twists and turns that one can't help but call it that. So, the latest that has happened is that the court in Varanasi, which is the court of the district judge, Mr. Vishwesh, has decided in its wisdom to allow the Gyanvapi ASI report to be made public. Let us just briefly dwell upon what the Gyanvapi ASI report actually is for more context about what we are looking at. Last year, the Archaeological Survey of India carried out a survey at the Gyanvapi Mosque premises, basically to look at the question as to whether there was a structure that pre-existed before the Gyanvapi Mosque was actually built. Now, this survey was conducted on the orders of the Varanasi court, based on a petition by a few women who said that the only resolution to the Gyanvapi dispute could be if the ASI could carry out a scientific survey that would help everyone to know whether there was a pre-existing structure on which the Gyanvapi Mosque was actually built. The court had accepted that petition and said that, look, the court also feels that this is what will lead to a resolution, and that is why it had actually ordered the ASI survey. Now, that ASI survey took a lot of adjournments, or so to say, a lot of extensions for the ASI to actually complete. I don't remember the number exactly, but they sought repeated extensions, and then they finally managed to actually file the report before the court. After the report was filed in the court, there was a long-drawn debate as to whether this report should be made public, and there's a backstory to that. I'm going to talk about that as we try and get our correspondent Ranveer Singh on the line. There was a long-drawn-out debate as to whether the Gyanvapi report, ASI report, should actually be made public. Now, we are not sure right now as to why or as to the reasons that the court has said about actually making the report public, but we do know that the court has ordered that all parties should actually be given a report of this ASI survey. Now, for a bit of the backstory, if you remember what had happened earlier was that when this Gyanvapi court was originally going on before the civil court, a lower court in Varanasi, and that court, if you remember, Vasudha had ordered a court survey, a survey carried out by lawyers who were mandated by the court inside the Gyanvapi Mosque complex. Now, again, that survey was carried out, and that was more or less the start of this latest round of new events around the Gyanvapi case. And at that point of time, when that court, when those court commissioners, court-appointed lawyers actually submitted a report to the court, it was handed over to petitioners. Basically, there was this semblance of guarantee that it would not be leaked, but it was immediately leaked to the media, and then all kinds of things went around. Somebody said a shivling had been discovered inside the mosque, somebody said something else, somebody said idols has been found, etc., etc. It was very difficult to substantiate all of that, and that is why the lawyers for the mosque committee had this time asked the court that, look, please do not make this report public in that sense, or make it public with a guarantee. Yes. Now, the details will we'll get to know as soon as we have Ranveer on the line.
Yes, Alok, thank you so much for those details. Stay with us. We also have Ranjana Agnihotri joining us from the Hindu side. Ranjana ji, there's a big development in the Gyanvapi case. The ASI survey is to be made public, and we remember that the survey was conducted on court orders, and ASI had sought repeated extensions to complete survey. How do you see this development?
Now the survey has been completed and ASI has submitted its report. Report is very voluminous and court has passed order. Now at this moment it has been only said by the court that report should be made public. Now after half an hour the order will be written and it will be subject to internet, or we will get the order. Thereafter report will be given to us today or day after today. Today or tomorrow in hard copy. Report is very voluminous and we are so happy that report has been submitted in pursuance of the order passed by Honorable Court, and it will definitely give the concrete result what is actually there.
Right. Let me go across to my colleague Ranveer, who has more details on this story. Thank you, Ranjana ji. Ranveer, how do you see this big development in the Gyanvapi case, ASI survey to be made public, because the Allahabad High Court was also hearing the civil revision petitions, and only a few days ago we saw the District High Court had refused the survey of this Wazukhana, but today there is of course this development that the ASI survey is to be made public. How do you see this development?
This is a big update coming from Varanasi in Gyanvapi case, and the court, Varanasi court, has ordered to make the report public. The ASI had conducted survey for around 92 days from August since October, and then the Muslim side is opposing for making this report public, but the Hindu side is continuously demanding that this report should be made public, and now the Varanasi court has given its consent to give the copies, hard copies of this ASI survey report to both the sides, the Hindu and the Muslim side. Now today during the hearing, the Muslim side said that there should be some restrictions. The court should order and ensure that this report should not be in public. This report should only be given to the both the sides, Hindus and Muslims. But the Hindu side opposed this plea and requested the court to make the report public. And now the court has given oral orders, and after half an hour or 1 hour, the written order will come, and the report will be public within, I guess, 4 to 5 days, because the petitioners have to appeal to the court for its hard copy, and after Xerox, this copy will be given to both the sides, the Hindus and the Muslims.
Thank you, Ranveer, for joining us with those details. Big development in the Gyanvapi case. Court has said that the ASI survey that was done a few months ago, that report will be made public.